So the Boston Celtics have officially traded Kemba Walker along with the 16th overall pick and the 2025 second round draft pick in exchange for Al Horford, Moses Brown, and a 2023 second round pick. Alright, so first off, this is my second time recording this. Also, I didn't know that you could do trades in the middle of the playoffs, but I guess apparently they did. But what this means for the Boston Celtics is that they get they get rid of one of their biggest problems, which was playmaking. Not really biggest problem, but the biggest problem was that, Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they all were, playmakers. They all were ball dominant players. Not really playmakers, but they're all ball dominant players. And honestly, this might be a hot take, but if Kemba Walker didn't demand a trade, I probably would have traded Jaylen Brown instead of Kemba Walker, because Kemba Walker at least provides some sort of playmaking. Plus, Jaylen Brown, you get more in return, and he just doesn't fit well with the Celtics. But this, in my opinion, is a good trade for the Boston Celtics. I know a lot of people say it's a bad trade, but this is a pretty good trade. Al Horford, even though Al Horford, I think, still is on, a 2-year contract worth like $27 million a year. Al Horford is, when healthy, a top 10 center in the NBA. And again, as I said, the biggest problem from the Celtics was playmaking, and Al Horford definitely solves a lot of their playmaking issues. I like Robert Williams, Luke Cornett's alright, but I like Robert Williams more off the bench. I don't know what's going to happen with Tristan Thompson, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, Moses Brown, he's also a young guy with a lot of potential. He was very inconsistent with basically his entire game. His rebounding was inconsistent, his defense was inconsistent, all that type of stuff. But he has a lot of potential. Again, he is skinny, but again, he has a lot of potential. I think all the right tools are there. Plus, again, he's only like 22 years old and athletic. But for the Thunder, this is actually not a bad trade. In fact, this is a good trade for the Thunder. The Thunder's biggest problem was lack of playmaking, especially when Shai Gilgeous was out. Like, I like Shai Gilgeous, I like Dale Maledon, but they need some more playmaking on their team. And that's what Kemba Walker, I guess, is not really playmaking, but, shot creation, somebody who's going to, score and create most of the offense. And Kemba Walker is definitely going to do that. I feel like the reason why he wasn't as good of a playmaker on the Celtics is mainly because, I guess he wasn't really getting enough touches. But on the team like the Thunder, I definitely think he's going to have a comeback season. Not really a comeback, because he didn't play bad. He played actually pretty good, but he's going to have an all-star caliber season, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that the Thunder are going to be a playoff team, but they're definitely going to be a play-in tournament caliber team. Like, they were a playoff caliber team before, they sent Al Horford on vacation. I guess to get traded, because he wasn't injured. And then, of course, Shai Gilgeous also got injured throughout the season. What I think that the Thunder need to do this year is they definitely need to pick up a center now, because I honestly don't think they even have a center. Like, Moses Brown and Al Horford were the two bigs. Maybe, I guess right now their starting center is probably Darius Bazley. So they're definitely going to hunt for a center. Maybe in their draft, maybe that 16th overall pick, they might draft a center. Or I think that the Thunder could potentially trade up for a top 3 pick and draft Evan Mobley, assuming that they don't get it. Of course, the Thunder could always get a top 3 draft pick. So yeah, but the Thunder, man, they've been doing a great job. Sam Presti, ever since they lost to James Harden that offseason, he's been doing a great job at being a GM. He traded Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul for role players for picks and young guys, and then of course he got Al Horford for like Danny Green, and now we're here, where he got Kemba Walker. The only biggest problem with the Thunder picking up Kemba Walker is that he's making a lot of cash, and he's like 31 years old. But I think this makes the Thunder scary. They definitely needed, a veteran. Me saying scary, that was kind of cringe, but they definitely needed a veteran who could, create his own shot, potentially play make. I think Kemba Walker has all the tools to be a good playmaker. He's definitely going to help out this team, and a backcourt of him and Shai Gilgeous could look kind of nasty. I know, he had a tough season again with the Celtics, but I think he's going to bounce back fine. And yeah, the Thunder have just been doing great moves. This is not a bad trade for the Celtics. This is the first trade for Brad Stevens as an executive, and getting Al Horford, who's a great fit, a guy who I didn't even think they could get because he left 2 years ago. And yeah, the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think every trade they've done this year has involved a pick or them getting a pick, so that's impressive. And yeah, that's the deal. Peace.